True. Some.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for allowing me an opportunity to speak. I just had some points of view, and I'm just wondering if it's okay if I address them based on subcommittee meetings, because the minutes were approved. No. Yep, okay, thank you. So one of the things that I wanted to point out was Corey had mentioned this morning that there was a posting done on social media for the announcement that was made. Not everyone goes by social media. I don't subscribe to those platforms, just as an aside. So anything that's kind of posted on the website, I automatically pick up because I think that that's the face of what's Frontenac. One of the things that I thought might be good was to put an announcement up about the Hydro One rebate. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there. The other thing that I wanted to speak about was the art mural project that's coming up for 2026. I think it was mentioned during that meeting that you might be running out of township space to put the murals up. So some of those murals will actually be retired. And I know that some have already been retired anyway. I'm just thinking that a silent auction might be a good idea. You could ask the artist that actually produced the picture if they wanted to sell those. Being an art collector myself, I think that $250 might be a good starting point for the silent auction on each one of those, because it would be a recoup of the costs. And I know that there are a lot of activities that could be added to the community based on the additional funds. Any funds that are kind of received based on the silent auction might be split. One that goes to the township, and the other half would go to one of the community services that are being organized. Another point was during the environmental committee meeting, I think that there was a discussion about invasive species, and especially the Eurasian water milfoil. Milfoil? Yeah. So I know that there was a discussion, how do you really kind of make people understand? I looked at the postings that were placed at Malcolm Lake recently. And most of the time we usually go by bulletins or whatever. I think that art is probably one of the best ways to reach the public because it draws their attention. One of the things that I was thinking was that you could commission a piece for using resin to encapsulate the milfoil itself, so it would be better identifiable than just a kind of two-dimensional picture. I know that there was an artist at one of the Third and Miller places. I spoke with Betty Hunter about it. She thinks that her name was Lancaster, but I'm not quite sure. I think that that might be considered for the commission. The other thing is that the business profiles that are discussed during meetings. I know that's, what do you call it? One of the questions by a counselor was, what do you do when they've actually kind of opened up this discussion about the business profile? One of the things that I suggest is that you actually ask the person who's providing the business profile to actually fill in the form that's available on the website. I know myself that just moving here full time, recently I ran into an ice patch in Titchburn and went down into a 20-foot ditch in the middle of the night. That was in November 11th when we had that really bad snow ice storm, and there was quite a number of collisions. Fortunately, I knew of the HVAC owner in Titchburn, Tom Feely. His father was actually an automobile mechanic before he passed. and thought to call him, and he recommended Ward's Towing. So I think that, you know, emergency services that are kind of promoted in the area would be good, or even the surrounding communities, so that people can kind of reach out and know how to identify with them or get in touch with them. So those were just kind of points of view that I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone online, Kelly?
Yeah, we do have Donald Morton. Just 1 second. Okay, should be able to go ahead, Donald.
Morning, Mr. Morton.
Morning. Sorry I couldn't make it down this morning. I'm feeling a little sick. I don't want to get you guys sick. I think I picked something up. I have a bunch of questions for you guys. I'll break it into 2 sections. And just cut me off if you want to check and see if anybody else wants to speak. So the first set of questions here. First of all, can you guys hear me okay? I want everybody to hear me. Okay, so the first set of questions here, I'm asking for yes or no answers because this vote is now in the minutes. It's a package endorsement. If council cannot answer, that's the point that residents need to hear. I'm here speaking as press only today, not as a resident, for concern for the township. Number 1, for the record, by show of hands, who read the South Frontenac motion text that came with this request for voting?
Donald, I'm going to stop you right there. That question's a little unfair. It's assumed that every councillor read that and understood it. And voted.
That's an answer in itself, Gary. Second question, yes or no? Did council notice the South Frontenac text says the issues, in quote, are not distinct proposals and are, quote, 3 prongs of a coordinated strategy?
Once again, Mr. Morton, you're asking questions of each councillor. As a group, council voted to accept that particular document as presented.
Okay, that answers my third question. Yes or no, does North Frontenac endorse that coordinated strategy framing as written?
They did, or we did as a council this morning.
Okay, yes or no, does this vote endorse South Frontenac's objection to strong mayor powers?
That wasn't discussed. It was. You could read that resolution. I don't want to get in an argument with you here or a general discussion.
I'm just asking questions here.
That resolution, I know you have a post this morning on Patreon about this. You can look at that post as either 3 individual items or as a larger item about government overreach. And we took it as government overreach. So we'll leave it at that. So there was actually only 1 item that we were discussing, and that was the bigger picture item. Each municipality makes their own decision about strong mayors. And the strong mayor, from what I know, at the South Frontenac Township is very similar to the way we do business here as Central does as well.
Okay, that's all I needed for that section. The next section, I'm anticipating the same reaction. This is actually directed towards, through you, Mr. Mayor, Councillor Inglis. Yes or no, through you, Mr. Mayor, do you support the creation of the Housing Advisory Task Force as its own separate body?
Mr. Morton, that's a really unfair question. Council established the Housing Advisory Task Force last summer. And moving forward as it is, it's going to get stronger. We've only had 3 meetings, and the 3rd meeting was only, what, 3 days ago? So I'm going to stop that question right there.
Okay, no problem. So the reason I'm asking this is because Councillor Inglis has repeatedly raised the removal of the housing subsection from the Economic Development Task Force, including just this Wednesday and today. I'm asking for direct answers on the record because his comments keep framing this as something that did not actually happen. And I agree with you, Mr. Mayor. It did happen last year. I was there, and he sits on the table. So I'll ask one final question. Actually, no, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have anything else, Mr. Morton?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you for participating today. Is there anyone else?
If there's anyone else that would like to make a comment, please use the raise hand feature. Seeing none.
Thank you, everyone, for participating. We're going to item 17, closed session.
Moved by Deputy Mayor Udall, seconded by Councillor Inglis. Be it resolved that council retires to closed session at 10:31 a.m. to adopt minutes of a closed meeting held December 12th, 2025. Discuss litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunals affecting the municipality or local board, specifically an Ontario Land Tribunal file, and discuss personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees.
Any comments? In favor? Closed. We're going to take a break until welcome back, everyone. The Council of North Frontenac Township has risen from their closed session where they adopted minutes of the closed meeting held December the 12th, 2025, discussed litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunals affecting the municipality or local board, specifically an Ontario Land Tribunal file, and discuss personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees. Affirmatory ballot.
Moved by Councillor Inglis, seconded by Deputy Mayor Udall. Be it resolved that bylaw 2026-07, being a bylaw to confirm all actions and proceedings of council for its regular meeting held January 16th, 2026, be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed.